Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Folge Nummer 41 von The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the Third. Ja, wir nähern uns mit großen Schritten dem Finale, aber bevor wir das tun, haben wir natürlich noch ein paar Türchen zu absolvieren. Und die erste ist natürlich diese hier. Only those who have struggled through countless battles are worthy of entering here. Only upon finishing the 400th battle will this door be opened. Yes! Und endlich können wir das machen. Da haben wir uns echt noch... Ich hatte wirklich Zweifel, ob wir da hinkommen. In dem Sinne hat uns der Abgrund ja doch durchaus noch sehr weitergeholfen. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was dahinter ist. Ich glaube, ich habe eine Star Chamber, eine nur im Dings gesehen, als Video auf YouTube und nicht im Spiel. Es kann also sein, dass wir hier auch noch ein Dingens freischalten, Achievement. So, I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Bitteschön. Ich weiß wirklich nicht, was jetzt kommt. Hoffentlich was Cooles. Okay, die Bracer sind zerstört. Report on the attack on Erebonia's Bracer Guilds. Oh, das ist wichtig, weil... Oh, Leute. Inhaltlich super wichtig für Cold Steel, kommt aber erst in den übernächsten Arc. Wir haben ja erstmal Crossbell und danach kommt Cold Steel. Super wichtig, merken auf jeden Fall. In Septim calendar 1202, many of the branches of the Bracer Guild in Erebonia came under attack in quick succession. The perpetrators were an armed group, but all else about them was unknown, and the guild along with all connected to it in the nation fell into a state of confusion. Das ist sehr, sehr wichtig. Before long, the Orbal communications network in the capital was rife with calls and messages, and the situation grew increasingly grave. From Intelligence Division 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office. At dawn yesterday, the capital's guild houses were completely destroyed by powerful explosives. According to the 2nd Subdivision's analysis, the explosives were likely set directly below those buildings in the city's underground waterways. Judging by explosives used and means employed, this was the work of professionals, currently working to confirm the locations of potential dangerous persons within the country. From Intelligence Division 3rd Subdivision to Intelligence Division 1st Subdivision. A Jaeger member has been found among those suspected of entering the country illegally. Confirmed to be responsible for logistics in the Jester Jäger Corps. Keep an eye on other members of the same corps in the country. From Erebonia Bracer Guild to Libelian Bracer Guild, Gransel Branch. At dawn today, the guild houses in Heimdall came under attack. We are unable to contact the bracers charged with overseeing them. We request the aid of higher-ranking bracers. This is urgent. We repeat, this is urgent. From Intelligence Division 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office, the Bracer Guild here in Erebonia has sent a message to the guild's Gransel branch. Judging by the content of the message, at least one high-ranking bracer will be entering Erebonia in the coming days. We request they be pursued and put under strict surveillance upon arrival. Merkt euch, das ist krass. Ich glaube, die hatte ich auch. Den habe ich bestimmt so 2, 3 nicht gesehen. Das ist krass, weil ich fand das immer komisch, dass es in Cold Steel kaum Bracer gab. Aber dass das hier schon thematisiert wird, finde ich krass. Hätte ich nicht gedacht. Aber spricht natürlich mal wieder umso mehr für Trails, wie weit im Voraus gedacht wird. 2 days after the assault began, Cassie's bride S-Rank arrived in the Imperial Capital. Plus, das ist natürlich auch wieder ein Bogen zum ersten Teil, wo Cassius ja nach Erebonien gelockt wird von der Society. Also es ist unglaublich gut, wie es alles in sich zusammen sich puzzelt. He assumed the post of provisional representative of the Erebonian Guild. After doing so, he assessed the damage to the guilds and called for the bracers assigned to them who had become scattered in the chaos to reconvene outside the city. He also ordered a halt to all Orbal communications to prevent interception by the enemy. At this point, guilds in 6 cities had been attacked, and the Bracer Guild in Erebonia was beginning to struggle to function. The branches that had not been attacked requested the army's protection. However, they seemed to be in no hurry to grant their support, making it clear that they could not be counted upon. Meanwhile, the provisional representative was able to estimate the rough location of the enemy's supply base from their movements up to that point, and after choosing a small number of bracers who were familiar with the area, He sent them to try and find it. His reasoning for going with this approach was that he had concluded the enemy would have to build a supply base inside the country because of how strict Erebonia's border controls are. It did not take long for his lose the battle but win the war strategy to produce results. From Intelligence Division, Genauer to General Staff Office, the bracer sent by Liebert's guild is confirmed to be one Cassius Bright. Bright is an S-rank bracer whose file in our subdivision has him rated as a L4 threat, the second highest level possible. He is also the man believed to have commanded the counter-offensive against the Imperial Army during the 100 Days War. May potentially pose a threat to national security, so he is being carefully watched. Gut, das kann ich sogar noch verstehen. Trotzdem ganz schön arschig, ne? So, jetzt kommt die First Subdivision nochmal. Attempt to track Cassius Bright failed. Current whereabouts are unknown. However, as requested by HQ, we have not raised the alert level and have left it as it stands. Several bracers are currently traveling aboard a train. We believe them to be taking part in some kind of operation. Wieder. 6 bracers assaulted the Jäger's base. The Jägers inside the base were apprehended. We have identified them to be members of the Jester Jäger Corps. Nice. The discovery of the enemy's base revealed that it was a Jäger Corps known as Jester who was behind the attacks. After this, however, the Jäger's movements became much more passive and the two sides entered a deadlock. The stalemate continued for roughly 2 months. During this time, the guild representative made contact with the Intelligence Division. It began preparing for an operation that would ultimately allow him to bring the trouble to an end. Jetzt mal wieder zurück. CB has made contact with a member of our subdivision, currently in the process of confirming. The target, Cassius Bright, has proposed a joint operation, intending to meet him again at the specified date and time. Okay. Boah, jetzt muss ich erstmal direkt dafür niesen. Verzeihung. Strategic Analysis of the Bracer Guild Attack, Intelligence Division, 2nd Subdivision. What eventually broke the deadlock was a brilliant strategy devised by CB. Finde ich einen guten Spitznamen. Having successfully made contact with a member of the Intelligence Division, he made them send a message to HQ in the hopes it would be intercepted by the enemy. What happened was exactly that. From the message they were able to deduce the time and place the next meeting would happen and set about plotting his assassination. Exactly what CB hoped would happen. During the meeting, CB has also given said Intelligence Division member an encoded message. It contained detailed plans for an operation in which the Imperial Army would defeat the Jägers after they had been lured out by false information. The General Staff Office chose to go ahead with the proposed plan. After a joint operation with the Bracer Guild, the Jägers who had gathered to assassinate CB were surrounded and forced to surrender. Furthermore, the remnants of their forces, who were in the other base, were also defeated after the initial prisoners gave up their locations. Several months after the trouble began, Jester was completely dismantled. Lief also gut. Lief sehr gut. Was sagen Sie dazu? Raising the threat level of Cassius Bright effective immediately. Henceforth, he will be regarded as a L5 threat. He poses a severe threat to national security and must be placed under strict surveillance if he ever enters the country again. Weil einfach zu krass ist. Confirmed that the surveillance target left the country today. His departure was without incident. Handing control over the mission over to our foreign agencies. Transmission over. Was das? From GSO Special Investigative? Oh Gott, Leute. Department to His Excellency the Imperial Chancellor. We have also confirmed CB's departure. We shall continue to pursue him, but he has not shown any suspicious behaviors to date. We have yet to confirm any interactions between him and the minstrel. We'll continue to follow their movements. Kommt da noch was? Nee, das war's. Okay, coole Sache und vor allem reißt es schon etwas an, nämlich dieses Ganze, dass die Gilden angegriffen wurden in Erebonien und dementsprechend kaum noch da sind. Und die ganze Spannung zwischen Bracer und der Regierung und dem Militär in Erebonien, das wird noch unglaublich spannend. Leute, also man kann über Cold Steel sich sehr viel beschweren. Ich habe da auch echt viel dran zu mäkeln. Aber grundsätzlich... Was haben wir hier? Achso, genau. Aber grundsätzlich gibt es auch hier natürlich, gibt es auch da ganz viele coole Sachen zu finden und Geschichten. Die Figuren sind toll. Es ist der übergeordnete Plot, den ich nicht so stark finde, der auch sehr viel an Konsequenzen etc. vermissen lässt. Aber genau, jetzt müssen wir erstmal die machen, weil ich glaube, wir können die hier noch nicht machen. Wir können es mal versuchen, aber wenn wir sagen, alle anderen müssen wir erst gemacht haben, ist natürlich klar, dass wir die hier noch nicht machen können. Ich kann es mal versuchen. All is one and one is all. It begins with one and in the end it returns to one. Only when you have released all of the other doors shall this one open. Also noch nicht, genau. Aber wir können ja natürlich noch die 15. Und ich glaube, jetzt kommt endlich die Tür, die ich versprochen habe. Kann also sein, dass ich die hier auch nie im Spiel gesehen habe. Es kann sogar sehr gut sein. Ach, verdammt. Ich habe vergessen, ich muss natürlich Renne dazu holen. Das gibt's doch gar nicht. Wie konnte ich die nur vergessen? Sorry, Chloe, aber ich glaube, Renne ist dafür ein bisschen wichtiger. So, jetzt aber Sandor. Ach, ich habe gar keinen Support, ne? Nehmen wir mal Chloe mit. Stardor. Zack, jetzt wieder zurück. Und rein da. Bring to me the girl loved by the world's darkness. Only then shall the door open. Yes. Und ich lüge nicht, wenn ich meine, das ist die beste Tür des gesamten Spiels. Und jetzt hoffe ich, dass ich mal keinen Stuss erzähle. Kann passieren. Aber wirklich sehr, sehr starke Tür. Wenn es sie ist, die ich denke, dass sie das ist. I shall grant to your memory fragment and my blessing. Denn jetzt lernt ihr so ein bisschen kennen, woher Renne eigentlich kommt. Und eigentlich ist es, glaube ich, auch schon ein Foreshadowing zu Kuro no Kiseki. So ein bisschen, werden wir gleich sehen. I wander indifferently in a place that exists beyond good and evil, beyond life and death. There is no fortune or misfortune, no happiness nor sadness. White and black tear into me, heaven and earth torment me. I've been defilled. Where does it begin and where does it end? I don't belong anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. But the world just keeps on turning around me. First, Paradise. Und das wird auch, also grundsätzlich auch was Renne passiert ist, auch das ist so wichtig für alles, was danach noch kommt. Weit über Crossbell hinaus, das ist der Wahnsinn. Which number would you like today? 15. Certainly. You've been nominated to Renne. Be sure to treat our customer with care. The place was simply known as Paradise. No doubt the building itself had a proper name, but none of us were ever told it. Nor were we ever told exactly where in the land we were, or what we were doing here, or indeed how we ended up there to begin with. Morning. Morning, Renne. Das ist so schrecklich, wenn ich darüber nachdenke. Oh, you finally woken up. Hi, Cross. Welcome to Paradise, Renne. Welcome to Paradise. I'm going to have to go, Renne. I've got to go and work. Again? Yeah, it's fine though. I'll be back before long. Be a good girl and wait here in the meantime, okay? Cross was always busy with work and today was no different. What exactly he did and where he did it, I didn't know. But whatever it was clearly horrible. He wasn't the only one either. The other children were always going out to work too. But for some reason, no one ever called me. The other children became weaker and more emaciated by the day, and yet I spent my time eating delicious food and playing with dolls. I and only I was somehow special. Cross always referred to me as a princess. Morning, Renne. It sure is beautiful out today, huh? Kinda stuffy in here though. Let's open a window, okay? This girl's name is Etta. She was always smiling and brimming with curiosity, poking her nose into anything and everything in the room and earning a scolding from Cross for it. Hey, you wanna play with me? I wanna play with dolls too. I don't mind, but do you even have the time? Don't you have work later, or do you not have to go and wear any weird clothes today? Cross is working at the moment, so I've got some free time. He's sure be getting nominated a lot lately. Maybe that's just what people are into these days. Etta was somewhat precautious girl. She loved making stupid jokes and giggling away at them. Edgy, sie ist edgy, deswegen, meanwhile was more polite and mature. Perhaps that was why she was nominated by so many older men. Another thing that stood out about her was the way she never once acted like she hated her work. No matter the day, she always performed with skill and care. Und ihr könnt euch so langsam schon denken, was hier abgeht, oder? Ekelhaft, widerlich, furchtbar. How come you never seem to hate your work, Edgy? I thought it really hurt. I'm fine, it's nothing you need to worry about, Renne. There's a few tricks that make it really simple to manage once you know them. So don't worry about me. You just focus on being happy like you always are. Okay? That's a good girl. If you're happy, I'm happy. Then there was Quatre, whose small, delicate statue always ended with him being battered and played with roughly like he were some sort of doll. Aber es ist nicht der Quatre, den wir kennen aus Kuro no Kiseki, oder? Das muss ich mal in Erfahrung bringen. Der Name ist ja schon sehr, also er taucht nicht oft auf, so. Did you seriously end up getting beaten again? Yeah, I don't know why either. They said it's some kind of new game, but I don't get it. Don't worry about me, Renne. I'm fine, honest. I'm used to it. It doesn't even hurt me anymore. As long as I can come back and find you here, I can deal with anything. Quatre was always bleeding out of our sight. Maybe that was part of his charm. I'm sure beautiful people must shed beautiful blood. Ay. I'm back, Renne. Sorry that ended up taking longer than I thought it would. Then finally there was Cross. He was basically our leader. 5 Kinder. Cross, Etta, Edgy, Quatre, and me. Each of them were so dear to me, and we spent all the time we could together in this one room. To my understanding, there were other children in the building, but that didn't matter to me. The only ones who did were the 4 friends I spent my days with, the 4 who lived in paradise alongside me. Yeah. Second Princess. Hey Cross, what happened to the others? How come it's just me and you in here now? What are you talking about, Renne? What others? It's always been just you and me in here. Really? Are you sure? I feel like there were more. Nope, there weren't. It's always been just you and me. It was only later when I realized it was Cross who had hidden the others from me. Whether that was so I didn't have to worry about them or because things had gotten so bad he didn't even think I should see them, I don't know. But he always tried to keep my eyes covered from the harsh reality of what was going on around me, so I could keep living in blissful ignorance. Let me give you a useful tip, Renne. Always be sure to say, "It would be my pleasure." Saying that makes everyone smile. No matter what you have to do or what people do to you, always respond with, "It would be my pleasure." Funny how that works, right? After all, it's the customers you're pleasing, not you. Let me give you one too then. I use this all the time. The best thing to do is try to imagine how your customer's feeling. Like, this must feel really good for them. They seem to love me doing this, or... It's not enough to make you stop feeling pain, but it does stop you needing to worry about doing unpleasant things. Always try to think about what you can do to make the customer happy. That's key. Well, I suppose I should say something too. You should never cry and say you're sorry to a customer. Saying sorry just makes them want to hurt you more. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how sad you feel, don't ever cry. Don't ever say sorry, because no one ever forgives you, even if you do. Ja, das klingt uncool, oder? Vor allem für kleine Kinder. Thanks everyone, but I can't see myself needing any of these tips. I never have to do any work. All I have to do is sit in here and hug my dolls. I never have to leave this room. And that's how it should be. You're our princess, and you're really, really important to us. We're all in here to protect you, and that's why we make it so you don't need to see a thing. Renne. Third game. 3. What are you doing, Renne? I'm drawing. Look, this is a monster, the monster that's got us locked up in here. It's got golden eyes and black scales, and its mouth stained red with the blood of all the people it ate. The color of sin, huh? How lovely. Its stomach's got to be white though, otherwise you wouldn't know which side was the front. That's very true. Where is everyone? Are they all out working? Renne. There are no others. There's only me and you here. Really? Are you sure? I don't know. I'm sure. From the very start, it's just been me and you. No others. Now let's draw together, shall we? Maybe we could draw Princess next. That'd be nice. Und ihr fragt euch zurecht, was geht denn hier ab? Abwarten. Cross was doing a good job at covering my eyes from reality, but there was one thing he couldn't completely keep from me. He was getting tired. After the others disappeared, he started taking on all of the work himself, and because of that, slowly he began to vanish too. Let's clean you up, Renne. You're really dirty today. Thanks, you're always so kind. I'm sorry, Renne. If I wasn't so hopeless, I swore I'd protect you, and yet... What's wrong, Cross? You're not looking too good. It's nothing, I'm fine. Cross? I just told you that I'm fine. This is all your fault. Mine? Yours, everything is your fault. You wasted no time in killing all the others. Why are you letting me live for so long? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? I'm already dead as it is. Why won't you kill me? Fourth, Renne. Eventually, my first job came. There was no one else to take it. There was no one else to go out in my place. That's why I had to do it myself. I had to step outside the room for the first time. You've been nominated, Renne. Be sure to treat our customer with care. What are you doing, Renne? Just do what you usually do. What's going on in here? I was led to believe number 15 was special. She's not normally like this, I can assure you. She's usually a good girl. I don't know what's gotten into her. She's our little angel, capable of meeting all of our customers' needs no matter what they may be. Come on, Renne, say hello. You've done this enough times now. What are you going to be today? A sweet doll? A cool boy? That wasn't me. What? That wasn't me, that wasn't me. That wasn't me, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. No, 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 no. That was me. Someone says something, I close my eyes like always. Someone does something, I close my eyes like always. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do, and go out to work. Ah, the water of life. Cross once said that even those near to death could be full of energy again if they drank this. He said he was made to drink it all the time and that its taste was sweet and syrupy. Drink up, Ren. I mixed quite a lot of syrup in today. Drink up and nice and slowly. That's it. Make sure not to spill any now. Drink up every last drop. Well, please take your time. As the owner went to leave, his head seemed to distort slightly. Maybe he's getting old, or maybe he's just wearing a disguise of some kind. Oh, the medicine started kicking in. Well, Ren, why don't we sit and have a little chat together? It would be my pleasure. You're always such a good girl. It would be my pleasure. 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 Und so weiter und so weiter. Morning, Ren. It sure is is beautiful out today, huh? Kinda stuffy in here though. Let's open a window, okay? Hey, you wanna play with me? I wanna play with dolls too. Cross is working at the moment, so I've got some free time. Und das sind all die Texte, die wir schon kennen. I'm fine. It's nothing you need to worry about, Ren. There's a few tricks that make it really simple to manage once you know them. So don't feel worry about me. Just focus. Das ist so brutal, ne? Ren. Yeah, I don't know why either. They said it's some kind of new game, but I don't get it. Don't worry about me though. I'm fine, honest. I'm used to it. Wir kennen's alles. Das haben wir alle schon erlebt. Ren. What are you doing, Ren? The color of sin, huh? Oh, lovely. Bla bla bla. Genau. Also das ist, ihr merkt alle, was hier abgeht, ne? Es gibt keine anderen. All of them have gone. Kennen wir die beiden nicht? Oh ja. What in those subhuman monsters? Can people even keep living on like this? Can you even call someone in this state alive? I'm guessing she inflicted all these cross-like marks on herself, probably in order to maintain her own sanity. She wanted to keep living that much? This is a living human. I want to see what she's like when she's really alive, Löwe. Can we take her into the society? Fifth, the dream goes on. You're strong, Ren. That was what Joshua told me one day. It wasn't something I'd heard before either. You're strong, Ren. Yes, I am. I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong. I'm strong, I'm strong. As an enforcer candidate, Ren proved to be exceptionally capable. Then one day Joshua disappeared, and the world just kept on turning. Just where has Joshua gone anyway? All he said was that he was going away to do a job and it was going to take a while. I wanted him to know that I've become a proper enforcer now. I wanted to introduce him to my real papa and mama too. But I suppose all of that can wait. He'll come back eventually, I know he will. Then he can tell me all about what he did while he was away. But he'll definitely be back. He will. Merkt euch das. Ah, das ist... Es ist alles so schrecklich, ey. A baby? Oh, sweet. He's so cute. A brand new life, clean and pure, untainted by anything. He's probably a good child. He'll be raised well and grow up to be a fine, respectable adult. Like me. That path was closed to me long ago. I hope you'll find happiness, nameless child. Why? He really is cute, isn't he? He looks just like his mother. That's a good boy. I still regret what happened to our last child, but it looks like the goddess didn't abandon us after all. No, I thought we weren't going to talk about that anymore. We need to leave the past in the past. I suppose you're right. It's sad, but it's probably what she would want too. There we go. Who's a good little baby? Renne, impure children. The past, what happened to our last child? Really? That was what I was? From the very beginning? From the day I was born, I was... Renne. Oh, Löwe. As enforcers, we have the freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want. It's up to you what you want to do. I won't make that choice for you. I can't help but wonder whether they are even worth the effort of cutting down, but that is your choice to make. Wonder wäre mit O, ne? I wander indifferently in a place that exists beyond good and evil, beyond life and death. There's no fortune or misfortune, no happiness nor sadness. White and black tear into me, heaven and earth torment me. I've been defiled. Where does it begin and where does it end? I don't belong anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. But the world just keeps on turning around me. Unbeknownst to me, the world just kept on turning. But that's fine. The world is always turning for my sake. That's why I've got nothing to feel sad about. I don't care about some silly imposters. They're not my real papa and mama. I have Pate Mata now. It's so cold. Thanks, Pate Mata. Gardinja. That's right. I'm in the right. I'm always happy. I'm always having fun. Because The world doesn't revolve just around you. And it won't always change just because you demand it. It should be obvious because I really care about you, Renne. I won't lecture you anymore. Renne, you answer how your heart tells you. It's almost dawn. Let's go. Da hat sie die Worte einer gewissen Estelle immer noch im Ohr. Und sie ist immer noch so jung, ey. We're going to Crossbill. Once we're high enough up, switch off your boosters and switch to your regular flight engines. Side Story Paradise finished. Leute, und das ist ja wohl die krasseste Tür aller Zeiten. Renne ist einfach als Kind entführt und missbraucht worden. Und zwar aufs Übelste und extrem, musste sich ihren Geisteszustand irgendwie retten, indem sie sich ihre Persönlichkeit aufgespalten hat, so, also zumindest für sich selber, damit sie es irgendwie ertragen konnte. Und gleichzeitig ist das auch ein Foreshadowing zu der Crossbill-Reihe, denn ja, sie wird in der Crossbill-Duologie wirklich eine große Rolle spielen und es wird auch endlich mal eine Happy End geben. Und ich hoffe, ihr versteht jetzt so ein bisschen, warum Renne so ein unglaublich interessanter und gut geschriebener Charakter ist. Es wirkt so lächerlich mit ihrem Roboter und allem, aber jetzt, wenn man das weiß, plötzlich ergibt es alles einen Sinn. All is one and one is all. All begins with one and in the end it returns to one. Only when you have released all of the other doors shall this one open. Dann wollen wir mal. Es tut mir leid, dass wir da jetzt direkt rausspringen. Normalerweise würde ich sagen, können wir gut durchatmen, aber ich will jetzt auch mal langsam zum Ende kommen. Und dann nehmen wir die letzte Tür doch einfach gleich mit. Dann haben wir eine etwas längere Folge, aber alles geschafft, was ich schaffen wollte. So, Star Chamber. I shall grant to your memory fragment and my blessing. Bin mal gespannt, was jetzt kommt. Ich glaube nämlich, die letzten beiden, oder die letzten dreien habe ich wirklich im Spiel noch nicht gesehen. Bin mal gespannt, was jetzt kommt. Oh. Ich halte mal die Klappe. Renderfilme, immer wichtig, sie einfach zu lassen. Ach, guck mal, jetzt sieht man auch mal von deren Perspektive aus, was passiert ist. Hey, Bleu Blanc. Don't just stand there, say something. Why should I be the one to break the silence? Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight. All there's for us to do is to be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us. The others still haven't come back either. Kinda crummy ending to this whole shtick, huh? Renne left the city and has since departed this region. Luciola's missing, but no good can come from us fretting for her safety. Oh, no worries on that front. Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early. So, you know, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing. I quite agree. As for Löwe, I fear the odds of him making it out alive are non-existent. Yeah. Damn it. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him fight me. He was always finding excuses to get out of it. Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all of this, and it looks like he may well have been able to achieve it at that. Though he met his end, I have an inkling that he at least is satisfied by the ending to this story. Erstmal eine Schmoken. Hard to believe it's all over. Das stimmt. What? What's happening? I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule Liebe. Then we were going to use it to rule the whole continent. So why is this happening? This wasn't supposed to happen. Wait, did anyone ever actually say we were gonna do that? Or was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I? Er ist schon ein Jammerlappen. I hate my life. All I seem to do is getting humiliated by them and abused by Lord Campanella lately. And then to top it all off, this happens? Just what have we all been doing? Ja, gute Frage. Dummes Zeug offenbar. Ja, und Campanella ist natürlich noch übrig. Weisman ist ja schon tot. Lord Campanella, I'm relieved to see you well, sir. The same to you, fine gentleman. I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourselves to your duty even at a time like this. You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, you know. Oh, the Mirror and the World couldn't buy you tickets to see a show this incredible. Not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not go take a peek? I won't tattle. We couldn't possibly. We wouldn't dream of abandoning our posts without permission. I suppose you wouldn't after the training you've been through. Well, no matter. Now, mind letting me inside? I've got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary, you see. Sir? But we've been ordered not to let anyone inside without the professor's permission, even you, Lord Campanella. He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission now, can I? What? But that's just not possible. Oh dear, is my word worth that little to you? I'm hurt. Maybe I should have a little fun with you like I always do with darling Gilbert. That might make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me. We weren't. We never once doubted your words, so you need no trouble. Trouble yourself on our behalf. That's lovely to hear. Well then, why don't you go outside and watch the show like I suggested? You are under no obligation to guard this place now that the man who ordered you to do so is no more. Gladly, sir. Good luck with your business, sir. They may have severed their purpose now, but it seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage. Maybe I should put them under my command. Ja, vielleicht machst du das. Even all the noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it. Just as well, I couldn't fulfill my role otherwise. Requesting access. I, Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool, hereby request access to the celestial globe in place of the third Angus, George Weisman. Celestial Globe. Oh, ich glaube, den haben wir noch nie gesehen, ne? Der wird später auch noch des Öfteren mal auftauchen, aber das ist das erste Mal. We've been waiting for you. Already here, I see. Und da sind die Anguis-Statuen. Sieht man eigentlich schon welche? Oder nur diese Leuchtedinger? Das sind ja auch alles Personen, ne? So ist nicht. Yeah, the fifth Anguis. I certainly never envisioned that the faceless would perish. Poor thing, all the trouble he caused his old friends finally caught up with him. So how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. The poor fellow was turned completely to salt from the top of his head to the tips of his toes. Then it all came crumbling down into itty-bitty pieces. My, what a chilling way to go. I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself. So he fell victim to the result of that singularity in Northumbria, did he? I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first appeared. Who'd have seen that coming? That guy never seemed to let his guard down even for a second. I imagine it was the work of a Dominion. Almost certainly the fifth, the position everyone previously believed to be vacant. Alright, guess that explains where he screwed up. So what's the fifth Dominion's name then? Kevin Graham. He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Cornelia. Seemed like a real riot too, twisted in all the right places. He studied under Cornelia now? Now I'm even more interested in him. You've got to be kidding me, Abyss. After how into Leonhard you were, you're not even gonna mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy? Oh my, you've got me all wrong. I assured you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way. He's not a man I'll likely ever forget, especially as I could never get him to show even the slightest hint of interest in me to the very end. Indeed, He truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt. He was only one among the enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe. Certainly, of those I have fought against, I often asked him to humor me with my training. I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day. It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear. In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture. A tiny predictable loss in our overall combat capabilities. Now, the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact. Oh, the chick with the scythe? I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused. That's a decision for her and her alone to make. We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy, but that doesn't give us the right to order them around. It is the way of the society. But still, Professor, all of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordius series, but this is a law decided by the Grandmaster. Surely you are aware of what that means. You only need to look at Weissman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone. Indeed, that very obsession proved to be his undoing. Isn't that right, Campanella? You could definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to his failure, yes. Kevin seemed like he was trying to use it as to his advantage too. Alright, I'll drop the issue. But know that as long as the 13 factories are in my care, the Gordius series will be of unparalleled importance to me. So I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning. Certainly, we'll leave that to you. I believe we've talked long enough. The time has come for the Grandmaster's advent. Is that so? How thrilling. Boom. Immer noch geile Musik. I see you have all gathered. Yes, Grandmaster. With the exception of the third Anguis, all are present and accounted for. Very good. You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella. I'm pleased to hear as much, Grandmaster. I imagine you are already aware of what transpired during the Gospel Plan even without me relaying the details, but allow me to fulfill my most important duty. Uh-huh. Oh my. So that's the aureola. Uh-huh. Thank you. If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great. Weissman, Leonard, to say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose through this plan. I alone bear responsibility for each and every one of them. That is simply not true. Please do not place the burden of blame upon yourself. The Faceless alone was at fault for his death. But if anyone should take the blame, it's we Anguis who choose to overlook his behavior rather than steer him back on the right track. No, I half expected that this was what would happen, yet I chose to leave all of the decisions in his hands. I did so because I believed that to be necessary for this world, but nonetheless, the blame is unequivocally mine. Oh, Grandmaster, why must you blame yourself so? There will inevitably be a reaction to what has happened in time, but I imagine the Church will act regarding that. Let us leave the matter to them. As you wish. I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but I shall be as you desire. In that case, what should all of us do now? The bells in the west have rang, and the first pact applies no more. I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan, the Gospel Plan, and the initiation of its second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze Plan. Very well. Leave everything to us. We, your loyal Anguis, in accordance with your wishes, shall now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan. Ja, Leute, so sieht's nämlich aus. Es ist noch lange nicht vorbei. So it's time for the Phantasmal Blaze plan to begin, huh? The stage is set, at the very least. It's going to utterly dwarf the gospel plan in terms of both quality and scale. Things are finally about to get interesting. By the way, I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but... would you mind stopping the whole peeping and thing, mysterious stranger? Sorry. Ja, und dieser Phantasmal Plan ist etwas, was sehr wichtig sein wird, denn das ist das, was in Crossbill abgeht. Und das ist jetzt schon so der Epilog, aber wir sind noch gar nicht fertig. Und wie es im eigentlichen Spiel zu Ende geht, das sehen wir ab der nächsten Folge. Bis dahin, danke fürs dabei sein und tschüss. Und tschüss, so.